Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ava gets arrested by Harris for smuggling cocaine out of the bistro at Shin boarding house. She wakes up soon and discovers it was all a dream. Ava tries to send Harris away when he comes in real time. He's determined to see her open the gift he gave her. She accepts grudgingly and expresses strong interest in the jewelry. Harris claims she looks gorgeous after putting it on. He is still baffled as to why she is shoving him away. Paulina tries to flee when Kayla shows up in Paulina's room at University Hospital to check on her. Channel indicates the lump in Paulina's neck, while Paulina explains her symptoms. When Kayla asks when she had her last physical, she replies that it was prior to moving to Salem. Paulina asks out loud whether she has cancer. Although Kayla says there is a nodule, she will analyze her blood testing and recommend a biopsy. Kayla requests that Paulina give Channel some time to read the Christmas tale to the hospital's young patients. Paulina would like to do it herself, but she's fine with it. Eric and Sloane's digs. Eric and Sloane talk about their plans for Jude, their newborn. The two continue talking about Nicole's need for assistance and who will cover for her. All Sloane wants is for her to keep her far away from her child. When infant Jude wakes up, Eric tries to cut for Nicole. Eric leaves Sloane to get ready for the day and takes him for a ride. Leo shows up right after he left. Leo tells Sloane that his aroma comes from the shelter when she senses it. He realizes how much she should be willing to pay him because he is aware of how much she loves that baby. Lita wants to be put up at the Salem Inn with an open food and drink allowance, but Sloane claims she doesn't have any additional cash. Nicole and EJ come to the living room of DiMera's mansion to discover that every gift is still beneath the tree. She should feel bad about missing Holly's birthday. EJ believes that Holly is aware and remarks that Nicole is an excellent mother. Holly's continued bedtime habit surprises Nicole. Stefan runs into her as she heads upstairs to look for her. Stefan informs an indifferent EJ of Gabby's fractured legs. He continues by saying that Gabby's wound served as a communication from Clyde Weston. Since EJ declined, Stefan gives an explanation of the drug operation he is involved in. After calculating everything, EJ realizes what's going on at the bistro and how Ava is participating as well. Stefan begs EJ's assistance in getting rid of Clyde. He claims he's not the same EJ and that he has no desire to assist him. DiMera's mansion. Room for Holly. Holly wakes up feeling really hungover. She panics and is relieved that she decided not to text Johnny the previous evening. Having said that, she is displeased that she spoke with Johnny. Holly is taking an aspirin and attempting to sing happy birthday when Nicole arrives. When Nicole discovers her kid is suffering from a hangover, Holly calms her down. Holly tries to say she didn't do anything, but she eventually concedes. Holly makes suggestions about her love for Johnny, and Nicole is understanding. Horton Square. Holly is forced outside for some fresh air by Nicole. Holly clarifies that she has always been attracted to Johnny, which is why she was never into Tate. She continues by expressing her embarrassment over calling him the previous evening while intoxicated. Though Nicole acknowledges that Holly has a thing on Johnny, she makes it clear that Johnny views Holly as a sister. She labels her feelings as infatuation rather than love, since she is worried about how one-sided they are. Eric arrives at that moment with baby Jude. After some awkward silence, Nicole announces that she will be seeing Marlena for therapy that week. After learning about Holly's hangover, the three decide to eat a greasy breakfast while sitting with the infant. After they finish their meal, Holly requests to hold Jude. When Ava tries to give Harris jewelry back, he says she should keep it. He promises that he won't give up on her easily. That Stefan has the audacity to seek for his assistance amazes EJ. Stefan believes he ought to consider it retaliation against Clyde. Unfazed, EJ tells his brother to stay out of trouble. Nicole swears she won't tell anyone else about Holly's birthday party intoxication. When Sloane and Leo show up, She and Eric are giggling and giving Holly the runaround. For the week of January 1 to 5, spoilers for Days of Our Lives indicate that Holly Jonas will swallow some poisoned medicines that put her in a dangerous situation. After the New Year's Eve party, things will quickly get out of hand when Tate Black discovers that Holly is not responding and calls for assistance. Nicole Walker DiMera will be a disaster emotionally when she learns more about Holly's trauma. Nicole will find it very intolerable to lose Holly on top of the baby boy she already had to deal with. Holly will have some very special guests while she manages this hospital emergency. According to Teasers for Days, Grandma Maggie Corton will encourage Holly and wish that she doesn't go to heaven beside Daniel Jonas. Days spoilers claim that Nicole will receive an embrace from Eric Brady just as E.J. DiMera enters the room, indicating that Brady will be there for Nicole through all of the upheaval. Sloane Peterson Brady will deal with more Leo Stark issues in the interim. Sloane will have to handle the problem since Leo will incur enormous costs and expect her to cover them. Stefan DiMera and Ava Vitali will also find themselves in the firing line. According to Duel previews, Harris Michaels will inquire about Holly's drug use and attempt to make some connections with the bistro. Additionally, Trip Johnson will question Ava nonstop about whether or not she is involved in the drug trade. Will Ava tell Trip the truth about Clyde Weston's threats and the corner he put her in? Or will she make up a lie to divert his attention? Alex Kyriakis informs Theresa Donovan that Tate might have contributed to Holly's drug use, and Theresa blows her top and stands up for her son. Tate will be questioned by the police, though, and ultimately taken into custody. Tate appears to be trying to twist the truth for Holly's benefit, and while doing so, he'll wind up making even more of a mess. Brady will be miserable and in need of direction as a result of Tate's predicament, and John Black will help Brady choose the correct parenting route. According to previews for other days, E.J. DiMera and Stefan will engage in a heated confrontation since his stepdaughter's life is at stake. E.J. might hold Stefan accountable for Holly obtaining some of Clyde's subpar merchandise. After that, Julie Williams and Chad DiMera will have a melancholic talk about love, grief, and moving on. After having love all night on New Year's Eve, Johnny DiMera and Chanel Dupree will be in their own little bedroom bubble. Since Johnny and Chanel won't yet be aware of the tragic news regarding Holly, Johnny may have the opportunity to propose since we already know that another marriage proposal is imminent. In order to avoid constantly passing Victor Horton Cook back and forth, Xander Cook would eventually pressure Sarah Horton to move in with him. It appears like Sarah will accept Xander's offer, which will allow their romance to blossom while living together. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Xander, Sarah, and Victoria's family will prosper, so tune in to find out what lies ahead for these three characters. Thanks for watching if you liked this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.